Hey guys, welcome back to the Hear Me Roar pod. I am Tobi and my co-host is none other than the Kate Save, which you might know her from Shark Tank. She's also founder of BeFit Foods and picked up Telstra's Business of the Year award too. Kate?
Well, Tobi, you've got a super impressive CV, 25 years in global commercialisation experience, and you founded Creative Cubes, Australia's leading co-working space and real estate business.
All right, let's get on with the pod. Kate, welcome back to the show. How are you?
So good.
Yeah.
It's nice to be in winter at the moment. I think it's good, fresh. No. A little bit more sunshine would be nice.
Well, a lot of my friends are showing them stories of themselves in Europe at the moment.
Yes, that's the other half, isn't it?
I actually caught up with a friend of mine, Brad, and he's come back nice and tan, looking pretty lean and good.
Yeah.
And I was like, mate, my holiday was actually buying myself an extra jacket. I've got one down to my knees now. It's just so on Saturdays and Sundays when I'm out there cheering for my girls.
Yeah, my friend Taz did the same.
Yeah.
Spoke to him on the phone. He's like, I'm back. And I'm like, where from? He goes, we had nothing to do over school holidays, so we flew to the Greek island with the family.
Bang.
And I was like, sounds really sad for me.
No. I mean, some of others here are working. I've been actually watching you on the gram.
Oh.
I've been watching your stories. I've been seeing you floating around in the bay.
Oh, yes.
In the cold, doing cold plunging.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love the cold now.
Yeah. I've actually been going to a place in my house called Calm Springs.
Oh.
Carmen actually from Calm Springs, and it's no correlation there. That's just her name, and the brand of the business is called Calm Springs. Has set up near my home in Brighton, here in Melbourne, and I've been going red light sauna.
Red light therapy.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Red light sauna.
Oh, infrared sauna.
Infrared sauna,
Yes.
45 minutes.
Amazing.
And then doing a 4-minute ice bath
Yes.
at 9 degrees. I'm at 4.5 minutes as of last night. And I've been consistent over the last I want to say 8 weeks, 3 days a week.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm 2 to 3. I haven't hit 3 consistently, but I must say the first time that I got in the ice bath, I set myself a stupid challenge.
Yeah.
I knew my sister had done 7 minutes once,
Oh, wow.
and I'm definitely the health nut, and she's not the health nut.
Right.
I'm like, I've only ever done 4. I have to beat her. So I did 10. So every time I go now, I have to do 10.
Oy.
Otherwise, it's like,
So it's interesting for me, Carmen actually comes to the ice bath and runs the stopwatch. Sometimes just to sort of distract me, I think is her game. But at 3.5 minutes, I actually feel my body like this.
convulsing, that
Well, it just
kind of
changes.
shaking.
And I go, how long? And she's like 3.5 minutes. And it's consistent every time, not looking at the clock. I just, oh, you're 3.5 minutes. She's like, how'd you know? I was like, my body's sort of
ready.
I stick at it for another minute, like for 4.5. I got up to 4.5 minutes yesterday.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, Kate, on the days that I do it at 6:30 at night. So I'm sauntering 6:30 to 7:15, ice bath for 4.5 minutes, then coming home. I'm probably in bed about 8:30. I reckon about 9:15, I'm in the deepest sleep. And I don't wake up until 4 a.m. the next day.
Yeah.
Like dead to the world. It's amazing.
Infrared sauna for sleep is incredible. So they say the cold plunge you're better to do in the morning, infrared in the evening, because the cold plunge will get your adrenaline up and your endorphins and make you feel amazing. It's really anti-inflammatory. The infrared saunas, though, the heat that warms your body from the inside out, when you get out, for sleep, your body temperature needs to drop. So it takes you into that place where your body temperature drops and puts you into a deep sleep.
Oh, man.
So I know when I monitor it on my Aura ring, better sleep.
It really is incredible. And on days that I don't go, I still have good sleep, but I'm noticing more that on the days that I do go, my sleep is amazing. So,
well, we've got another health nut on the show.
I was going to say,
today.
we're carrying on like professional athletes here, but we're not the professional athletes on today's show.
Yes.
So do you want to just give the audience a
we
overview?
have Stephy Lee-Cutting, who has won a couple of titles in boxing, and she's only been doing it for 2 years. She's got a big fight coming up in November. Let Steffi speak about her and tell us her story.
All right, coming up after the break, thanks to Rise Network, we'll have Steph on the show. Guys, I want to introduce you to Rise, a business cohort like no other. So what is the Rise Network? Rise Network is a curated inner circle of 10 to 12 like-minded peers designed to provide a confidential, high-trust environment where business owners and leaders can gain strategic insights, actionable solutions, and lasting relationships. Rise isn't just networking, it's a game-changing business support system. It has strategic problem solving built in, expert facilitation, actionable insights, long-term impact and authentic relationships, and it's based exclusively around high-trust cohorts. For your membership, you gain full access to Creative Cubes. That means you can drop in when you're on the run to use the meeting rooms, breakout spaces, or even just dock in for the day. We wanted to serve the underserved, the people that do need the help, do need the support, don't necessarily have the funds to be able to do it, and don't necessarily fit into one of these other organizations. And so that's where Rise kind of came from. So there you have it, guys. Go to werise.au, and I hope to see you at one of our cohorts soon. 2 years and already an elite athlete at the top of her game.
Yeah, and went into the sport at 30. Wow.
Wow. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, amazing. So how did you, firstly, 30 is, I don't think it's old, but it's certainly you're not getting into the boxing at such a young age.
It's definitely a later stage to be starting the sport.
Yeah.
Where I'm competing against girls that have been in the sport since they were 8 to 12 and have had something like 200 plus amateur fights behind them. So I definitely was a little bit against the odds, but I luckily enough had a few years on and off training with my best friend.
Yep.
Who actually just become the undisputed champion of the world.
Wow.
So I did have a little bit, I would say, training behind the scenes that weren't actual fights. But yeah, I decided to jump in and give it a crack, and we're here.
Why? How? Was there a moment in time? Were you looking for some sort of health benefit or?
Yeah. So I was, I used to play girls football at a high level.
Yep.
I always kind of was very athletic and into my sport, but there was always something that was drew me to fighting. I was just, I don't know, kind of obsessed with it. And then I went through a bit of a rough patch after an injury. And I just thought, I'm going to give it everything and make a comeback. And I'm now 9-0 and ready to go into the biggest fight of my career on November 7th.
So she hasn't lost a fight. It's unbelievable.
Are you married?
No, I'm not married. I'm engaged.
Okay. Well, congratulations. I was
Thank
just
you.
wondering, I like to think that I've not lost a fight either with my wife, but
I lose those fights all the time.
Not those types of fights. We're not into the punching and fighting, but that's amazing.
Yeah. I think I forget to stop and remind myself on how far I've come, because I think as athletes we're always thinking what's next and I need to be better, do better, add more. But I did realise this year to stop and acknowledge that, and that's a part of my training that I'm now doing, just to slow down. And like you were just talking about with the recovery and stuff, that stuff is very important, and it's the mind as well that needs to be exercised just as much as the muscles. So that's one thing I'm adding into this next fight camp that I'm very excited about.
How long's fight camp go for? What is fight camp?
For those who don't know, fight camp would be where you knuckle down and you focus more on the opponent that's ahead of you, and you do more fight training, which is sparring. So you focus more on the opponent. So they might be tall, they might be a southpaw, which is the opposite hand. Just more focused on the actual opponent and making weight, because that's obviously a part of my job, is to make weight for my category. So you cut the calories, get your cardio up, your strength. You actually drop back the strength, because out of camp you want to
muscles more dense than fat.
You want to focus on getting stronger, where in fight camp you want that fast twitch. So you drop back the weights a little bit in strength, and then more focus on the explosive, the quick twitch stuff.
How much do you need to change weight by?
I walk around 63, 64 kilos, and my weight category is 57. So
Whoa.
yeah, but we do like a weight cut 5 weeks. So you'd lose a couple of kilos on 5 weeks. So there's, it's a little bit behind.
But it's, I mean, like if I'm trying to lose 5 kilos and I'm 100 kilos, I'm not. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're such a small frame to be able to drop from 64 down to 57 is, that's a massive.
Yeah, it's a part of the job. And I guess that's in having the advantage going in there in fight night. If you're that little bit bigger, it gives you that little bit more of an advantage. So, yeah.
So I'm just so blown away, and I don't want to say anything out of line just in case I get clipped around the ears. But so you played sport, always been part of it. How did the boxing, like, was that part of your training that you're like, hey, I actually like this, or, oh, wow, I'm actually pretty good at this?
Yeah, so I did boxing one day for fitness for my football.
Yep.
And I just loved it. Like I wasn't good at it.
Were you knocking everyone out? And just
No, I wasn't. I was terrible.
Okay.
Like I was actually terrible. And that's what I loved about boxing is because it's so hard and it's such a science. It just intrigued me so much that I just kind of just obsessed with it. Like there's always something. You're never the complete fighter. So it's just like you're constantly every day learning, growing, and it's just something that.
And so what was the switch when you went from I'm going to do this to I'm going to do this?
It was my pro debut fight camp. No,
hold on a second. Like I like the idea of boxing, but I'm not jumping in a ring with anyone. When did you decide to cross the line or get in the ring and do this?
There was a hard training session with my best friend where we went hard and it was like, whoa, this is what it's
exhilarating. I love it. I'm going to have a crack at this.
Yeah, it was like I have to.
Because like my friends and I have joked around, would you do 10 rounds with Mike Tyson for $1 billion? And I'm like, no. I like the idea of just getting in the ring.
Oh, yeah.
Like forget about who is in the ring. Like I'm going to go into a ring. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. I've got 2 beautiful girls and a wife, and like I'm very soft in terms of I'm strong in terms of like I've got mission and vision. Yeah. But if the girls say something, I'm like, okay, no worries. The idea of jumping in the ring though is a whole nother level of holy shit.
Yeah. It's the fight flight kicks in. Even my debut fight, I was getting my hands wrapped and I go to my friend, I can't feel my legs. And she's like, it's okay. It's just your nerves. So the nerves never go. I think you just get better at dealing with them. And the more you put into your training, you become more confident and then you back yourself. I think at the start, as fighters, we're confident and we back ourselves and we have that I'll fight you and stuff, where I used to put on, I would say, like a front and not actually believe, to the point where I would trick myself and my opponents to being confident.
Yep.
But that's where the difference has come now, where you've got the record. Yeah, I've got the resume. And I've got a couple of years behind me now, and I'm actually truly starting to believe in myself, which is the exciting part.
Amazing. Wise man once said to me, like just from we have a lot of people in business. Yeah. I don't know how many boxers, at least pro boxers, are listening to this podcast, but from a business lens perspective, one of my mentors once said to me, don't blink. Yeah. And so go into that conversation, go into that meeting and put the cards on the table. Don't be a hard ass, but put the cards on the table and don't blink. Right. And I think that's what you're saying almost in the other way. Like I go in shitting myself, but if you look confident and you act confident and you, dare I say, don't blink during the process, and then you can match it with your resume, or in the business world, match it with your products and services and experiences, etc., and reputation. Yeah. Bang.
Do you know what's going through my head? What is your mantra going into the ring? Like, is there something you repeat or tell yourself when that little, bit of doubt might come in for a moment, or you're fearful? What is it that you tell yourself?
I just tell myself that you've done the work and nothing can hurt you more than what you've already been hurt. What's the worst that can happen? You can get knocked out, you get a cut. But I believe that the hard fight is outside of the ring. It's the everyday life stuff and whatever leads up to that point and what you've been through in life. I don't think anything can hurt you more than what you go through.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of parallels there in business, right? You've done the work. I mean, there's a lot of people that go out and do keynote presentations and they're definitely shitting themselves on stage, but they're the expert in the arena.
Yeah, what's the worst thing that can happen?
The worst thing that can happen?
I think in the ring, annihilation.
Yeah, but so if I walked, or you and I walked into the ring,
we're not
against
trained.
each other, we're not trained. We deserve to get belted. But dare I say, if she was to walk into your business world, you'd give her a clip around the ear in your world. Do you know what I'm saying? Not physically.
I hear what you're saying. It's because you're going in there trained that there's nothing to fear. The worst has already been and you can only go up.
Can I kind of put myself in a vault? You're a very pretty girl.
Thank
I'm
you.
not making a pass. I'm very happily married. But do you worry about like messing this all up?
My mum says that all the time.
Yeah?
Stephanie, you've made it to 5-0 now, 6-0, 7-0. Can you please just stop being hit in the face?
Right.
But no, I'm not worried about it.
I mean, I have a face for podcasting. It's amazing. But you're actually quite pretty. And
Thank you.
Yeah.
I saw a guy on the weekend. He had this big blood boil over his eye. I'm like, man, not even $1 billion would get me in the ring to do that.
I actually heal quickly, so I've
Okay.
got to. I do. I heal quick, very quick.
Take your collagen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, vitamin
We'll
C,
talk about
zinc,
collagen on another
all those
episode.
things.
I'm in on that, by the way.
Absolutely. And you've got amazing skin, but exercise does that. The number one thing for anti-aging is actually exercise. So the more you train, the more beautiful you get.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, so I train like an animal. It's not working for me, James. But you know what? You did call out recovery as a thing. I was actually speaking to my brother-in-law the other night, and I used to run 150 kilometers a month.
Wow.
And would put in the work. Not very good on the weights, and then I had a sore back. Turns out I was actually magnesium deficient.
Oh, yeah.
So got my magnesium back up into my system, and I haven't had a bad back since because I was spasming because of so much running. But now I actually place more emphasis on recovery. So going to, dare I say, Calm Springs and doing the sauna and the ice as instead of like belting myself on the treadmill.
Yeah.
I'm sort of slowing down a little bit on the treadmill and focus more on recovery. And I got to say, the mind it just enables such clarity on the recovery aspect. Whereas in the act, I think in the joust, there's a lot of like craziness going on. Like I've got to get through it. Like, your adrenaline's pumping. But actually to have the recovery and be able to calm the mind.
You can only train as hard as you recover. You cannot go in to sessions and expect to perform if you've not done the recovery and eaten the right nutrition and done all of the behind the scenes stuff. I used to be the same at the start because I was like, I've got to train hard.
Train,
I'm behind. I've got to I was just going flat out, and it was only really having a negative effect.
Yeah.
Where now I've gotten a little bit more mature and older and have done the hours. I've got trust in myself now to take the time out to put the time in to recover. I've even just got myself a sauna at my home, so I can have a sauna before bed because I found it helps with my sleep.
Absolutely.
Oh, so good.
And so November 7, that's over in the US?
No, it's here in Melbourne.
It's here in Melbourne.
Yes.
Okay, so let's drum up some inquiry for tickets.
Yes.
Where and when?
It will be the tickets and the fight will be announced soon.
Okay.
Can't say too much, but it's for another title.
Yep.
The tickets will be, it will all be
Available
released soon.
Ticketek or Ticketmaster?
It will be via my Instagram.
Okay, cool.
Stephy Lee-Cutting.
Okay, can we pull that up, James? Can we put that in the shorts? We'll also tag that in the comments section so that anyone listening to this pod can actually start following you.
Awesome.
So I just want to double back. I think I've said this twice, but I want to say it in a different way. What were you doing before you decided to turn pro?
I was actually in a really dark place after a workplace injury.
Okay.
And boxing was the only thing that I found got me out of that dark place.
Mm-hmm.
I started off just by going to hit the bag and just starting off by myself. And then I realized that I was good at it. And my best friend was like, you're actually good at this and
Cool.
you can give it a crack. And I just found that belief in myself to really put it all on the table and
amazing.
jump through the ropes.
And so this is now a full-time focus for you, or are you side hustling a side job?
It's just my full focus because to get where I want to be, I know it's going to take everything that I've got, my full focus and attention, and that's what we're going to do.
And so how do you generate revenue? I mean, obviously you got a fight, there's tickets, there's sales.
Yeah.
Are you sponsored?
It's important to have sponsors behind me to help get to where I need to go, because obviously women in boxing don't get the same equals as to what the men get. So that's one of my main focuses, is just trying to help the women get the same opportunities that the boys do.
Yeah, and so that sponsorship and the revenue. Can you talk to me about the business behind what you're doing?
In what terms?
Yeah, so like you've got a couple of sponsors that give you enough money to just allow you to wake up, go to the gym and recover.
Even just having people behind me like Kate herself who help with meals, my nutrition, that helps with time and putting food on the table. My strength and conditioning coach who provides a free service, so that's not money out of my pocket. It's just any way to get around the girls at all. It just makes such a big difference.
Amazing.
Yeah. So good.
I'm in shock a little bit, just like I'm calculating.
Yeah.
I'm calculating like how this all unfolds and how this all is to be. What do you see yourself after this fight? Are you going to go for something else, or are you?
Yeah. So this fight will put me, when I win this fight, it will put me to number 2 or 3 in the world.
Yep.
And then early next year, we're going to go for that world title shot.
Let's go.
Well,
let's go.
And you're going with your best friend to the US for her fight.
I just got back from New York. I just got back.
Amazing.
Oh, my sister's in New York.
It was amazing. It was on Netflix event, Madison Square Gardens. I was sitting there and I was just like, whoa, this
so good.
That's amazing. My sister's at the Yankees game today as we film this. She's sending me videos from the Yankees game.
Yeah.
New York's a whole different beast.
It is.
Have you been to New York before?
No, I haven't. And I was just like,
in awe,
whoa,
yeah.
this is crazy.
Yeah, it's not next level. It's like the pinnacle.
It
and Madison Square Garden. Like when I went, I used to go to a lot of Knicks games. When I go to New York, I try to go to a basketball game, and just walking into Madison Square Garden and seeing Ali and Tyson and all these athletes and singers and people that have performed at this arena. I've got goosebumps now just thinking about it. When you're walking into the greatest stadium on earth, and it's like, but it stinks like a toilet. Like it doesn't smell great in there.
Yeah, but I was sitting there and I was just looking up and I was just like, wow, this is amazing. It's like
your future. You'll be there.
It is.
Well, you've walked the path now. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
We're going to put all of the show notes in the description below, and we're going to hear from our sponsors, Luna, and we'll come back after the segment. WeAreLuna.co is a great place for you and your business to start off with phenomenal accounting and legal services. So if you're a startup or a scale-up looking for legal and finance support, or alternatively looking to raise capital, WeAreLuna.co is where you need to be starting off. Kate, that was amazing.
I know. How brave to just step out of a dark place into what I think would be a very dark place to walk into the first time. Very, very scary. Yeah.
I'm struggling to digest the courage that is needed. I mean, I'm fearless as an entrepreneur, but I'm fearful, like just thinking about her walking down, thousands of people watching her. She's about to step into the ring to have a crack at, winning.
I've got to say that moment
I'm nervous.
Amazing. Like, they got the silk thing and
it's not,
the hoodie thing
Alexander.
On and the music's on, like that pumped feeling that you would have going into the ring, but absolutely dying inside.
Man, that's crazy. But good on her. She's sounds like she's in a great space compared to where she was, and as a result, it looks like she's winning. And I wish her all the best in November for her fight.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see where
So guys, I'm going to put all of the links in the description below. If you want to get tickets, start following on the gram, etc. Get around her. Man, my girls and I may end up going to the fight just to watch.
Oh, I'll be there for sure. Beef Fit food. She eats Beef Fit.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
We will be there.
Bang. All right, guys. We'll see you on the next one.